Hello students, in this video we are going to start a new chapter, that is the area of parallelogram and triangles. So before just going to the deep in this chapter, we need to understand what is the area and what does it mean just to measure this area of the parallelogram as well as the triangle. So we need to understand those terms. See the terms first. First of all, you need to understand that is a planar region. What actually mean for? The planar region corresponding to a simple closed figure. You know, we are going to just find out one area or the planar or the one closed. That is, we are going to find out an area of any closed figure. So it must be area means this 2D. Here we are just taking one region over here. The planar region means it is corresponding to a simple closed figure in the part of the plane. This is actually within the plane, enclosed with the boundary of this figure, and this is actually called the planar region. Now the area is the magnitude of this planar area enclosed by this figure. That is, we are finding out the area of any region means we are finding out what is the magnitude of that area, and that is actually called the area of the figure, and this is the shaded region is called the area of the figure. Now some congruent figure. What are actually this congruent figure? Two figures are said to be congruent if they do have the same shape and same size. That is, their magnitude are same and also the shapes are same. We have already learned that it's congruency of triangles. Here congruency of maybe any figure, that is any simple figure which will be bounded by or closed figure, any simple closed figure. The congruency is actually its shape and their magnitude of that. It is actually same. That is congruent figure. Next terms, that is Euclidean area axioms. Axioms we need to understand, that is what are those. See, corresponding to each polygon P lying in a plane, there exists a real number area P which will be greater than equal to 0, and that is actually called its area. Suppose any area, suppose this is maybe the one area. If P is, suppose this is actually the area of P, it will be this is existence over this plane, no? So the plane area of this P will be greater than or equal to, if it is 0, then the existence is actually 1 point. That is actually this just axiom of this first number. Next point is dominance postulate. See here, for region R1 and R2 in a plane, if R1 belongs to R2, so subset to R2, that is R1 is a part of R2, then we can tell that is R1, area of R1, it will be less than the area of R2. So it is actually the subset over here because it may be equal also. So for this reason the area may be equal or less than R2. Then the postulates of additivity. What does it mean, additivity? For any two plane regions, that is R1 and R2, such that their intersection they don't have any common region, that is actually called the intersection is 0. So they don't have the common area. If R1 or R2 are non-overlapping region, then the area of R1 union R2, that is the sum, it will be an area of R1 plus area of R2. That is this R1, this is and R2, that is the whole thing, that is A, B, C, D will be its area, total area. That is actually called the additivity. Then the congruence postulate, what does it mean? If R1 and R2 are congruent figure, then they have equal areas. Congruent figure, thus we can tell R1 is actually congruent to R2. That is area equal to R1 will be area of the R2. But this converse is not always true. What is actually the converse? If the areas are same, it may not be congruent. That is, the two figures are said to be equal areas but need not to be congruent. Suppose I am just taking one square whose length is 4 cm, then area will be 16 centimeter square, and another, just I am just taking another, that is one rectangle whose length is 8, breadth is 2. So it is area is length into breadth is 16 centimeters square. So their areas are same but they are not actually congruent. So this is actually the congruence postulate. Their areas may be equal for the congruence figure, but in the converse, that is their area may be equal but they may not also converge all the time. So this is now the postulate. So students, before going to the depth of this chapter, that is area of parallelograms and areas of triangle, you need to understand these postulates and axioms. This is very important. We need to understand what actually it does mean for. Then we will just go for that is a theorem related to these areas of this parallelogram or triangles in this chapter. Thank you very much.